I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my stand.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do my brow tutorial, or just show you how I do my brows. I didn't put on my makeup first. I should have, but I thought maybe y'all could probably see me better without makeup, see everything and notice the difference. So what I do is I use really two simple things or products. And the simple products is, I'm trying to grab them, okay? They're right here. Okay. So, let me find the other one. Okay, there we go. I think that's it. Okay, so what I use is the YBF Your Best Friend brow pencil. I love the spoolie. I don't care too much about the pencil because the pencil, it just doesn't like stay put. You have to set the pencil. There's the pencil. You have to set it with a good powder or some kind of wax. But then I do like the spoolie very well. And so first thing, I've washed my face. I've taken a shower entirely, okay? Because I'm about to put on my makeup for today. But what I do is I comb through my brows. Now I am getting ready to tint my brows and very soon, just very soon. So I thought I'd go ahead and do this brow I guess video, just showing you. I wouldn't say tutorial, but it is a tutorial, but it's just how I do my brows, okay? Not a professional, but this is just what I've been doing. As you know, I have grown out my brows. This is the natural. I'm going to show y'all. This is how my brows look natural because the brow tint has basically, yeah, it's done. It's time to redo. As you see, they're very light. And also there's sparse areas like right up in there, right up in this area, sort of like right up in here. So that's very sparse. And so, yeah, that's how my brows look. And I thought I would pull you up because that's probably what I'm going to do, because I feel like when I do that in videos, y'all can actually see the whole process so much better because of it. So as far as the process, meaning what I do and what the difference is. So after I brush through them with the YBF Your Best Friend brow pencil, or whatever you want to call it, I comb through the hairs and I comb them upwards, going up. Because even though they are a little thicker, they're not what I would consider like super thick, but they are thicker. I comb them up like this because I want them to look as full as I like, okay? So now I take the Rimmel. So this is a product that I'm going to actually put on the title because I'm going to show you how I use this Brow Pro, what is it called? Rimmel Brow Pro Micro Stroke Pen by Rimmel. I really like this. And these were on sale. And I probably won't be able to find this. I don't know. Maybe I can. I hope I can online or something, because I really like this, because I feel like I get a natural brow look using this pencil here. So it's got a real narrow tip, as you see. But it's sort of thick like. And what I like to do, you guys, this is how I do it. I like to go ahead and sculpt my brow on the bottom. Not so much on top. I used to do the bottom and the top of my brows. But I don't do the top because I want my brows to look sort of, I want them to look natural and sort of wild-like, you know, free. Okay, when you sculpt them, obviously you know, really, and that's pretty, but that's just not what I'm into these days. So the only thing that I do to sculpt my brows is I literally go underneath the bottom of my brows and I do create this line. Now you can tell how much of this product I've used. Let me try the other pen. Both of them are the same. I think both of these are in the shade, it's brown. That's the shade because I'm a brunette now. So yeah. So I just basically line my brow underneath the bottom. And if it's not neat, I can take a concealer and just straighten it all out. And so this is what I do. Now when I'm in a fast pace, I don't always do this until the end after I fill in my brows. So you can do this before filling in the brows or after. It's all up to you. Okay, so after sculpting the bottom of my brow like that, this is what it looks like. Pull the camera up. See how I put the line underneath my brow? Okay, so this is when I go in and I basically fill in my brow. And I try to do it as light. And I start midway. I don't start at the beginning. I don't start at the end. I start right around here. And I start to fill in my brows. Just like this. Lightly. And I don't really make stroke lines. When I first got this pen, I was doing that. And it was cute and all. But I just like to just fill mine in. But fill it in lightly. So it looks natural and not look like, you know, there's a whole bunch of lines, because that for me is just not what I like. Okay, everybody's different. I totally get it. Everybody like what they like. But for me, I just like to just fill my brows in lightly with this pen. Now that I've basically filled the latter end of my brows, and I don't want to go too much because I want my brow hairs to show. So now I start working myself to the front. And where it's really sparse is where I really put the product. Like right up in here, I'm really sparse. So I'm going to add a little extra product from this pen. So I just go ahead and just sculpt my brows. You know, just fill it, not sculpt them, but fill them in. Okay. I fill them in just like this. And when I get towards the front portion, before I get to the front portion, you're going to notice that there's a little gap. Show it to you. You see there's a little gap right there with a line and where I filled in my brow. Like, I've got to fill that in because that's not going to look right. See there? You can see a little light gap like right up in here. So I have to fill that in, okay? So I go ahead and add a little more extra product right where I showed y'all, because it looks like it's an empty area. Okay, just like that. Then I take my pen, and when it comes to the front, I like to do different like lines or whatever. Like I try to stroke the lines in the front a good bit, not a lot, but just a little bit, just so that they look a little more natural and look like brow hairs in the front. So this is when I go in and kind of like, yeah, add those lines on and all that good stuff. Then on the top, I start making random lines up here. Like, so it looked like hairs up here on the top. All over. I start filling in areas where I think hair should be it. And that's when I start to make or create those lines. And then when I come out a little bit further, I just even that line where I had began up here in the front portion. So I connect the line with the line underneath where I started from the front portion of my brows. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. And basically, that is it. That's just how simple I do my brows these days. And if it's a little too thick and I feel like this brow is, like, this is it. Sometimes I feel like I am comfortable with this. Notice the great change from this brow to this brow, okay? A whole lot of change. And what I do is if I went in a little bit thicker and I did just a little bit. But sometimes for me, this is okay. Sometimes I don't even mess with it. But in this case, I'm going to show you what I do when I do go a little bit too far in or a little bit too thick on the bottom. I feel like that's what I did. I came down a little bit too far when I made the line. Sometimes that happens. And what I do is I take my brush, just any brush like this. Take some concealer. This is just the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. It doesn't matter what concealer, because concealer is concealer. I take a concealer, fill this tip with the concealer, and I literally go ahead and I can basically go ahead and add on my eyeshadow base, basically. That's usually what I do. So I'm just going to use the whole concealer there. And I'm just going to put this on my lid as an eyelid base. And then when I come to the top, now I know that this is way too much. Okay, that's way too much, and I'm going to thin it out. But for right now, I'm trying to fix my brows. So this is when I go in with the concealer, just every now and then, like when I make them a little too thick. I don't do this every time because usually I get it exactly the way I want it. But I wanted to make it a little thick and show y'all what I do, of course, to thin it just a little bit so that they don't look too bushy in a sense. I like thick brows, but I don't like really bold, bushy brows. That's just me. Okay? That's just me. Because remember, I'm used to thin brows. So, of course, I'm not going to like bushy brows. Normally, I would not have grown out my brows this thick normally or usually. So, yeah. This is new for me. And I like it. But it's new because I normally don't never. And I mean ever let my brows grow out like this. So I'm just thinning them out. And then I'm just sculpting the side of my brows there. Now just neaten up the corner there. That's good to do as well. So that gives me an arch. And then I just basically go ahead and put the base all over my lid for eyeshadows. And this is not the best concealer for like eyeshadows because it's going to crease. I've got to get my Wet n Wild back. the Wet n Wild concealer, the matte one. That's my favorite. But this is pretty much, y'all, this is the way I like it. There it is. It's neatened up. I've got my base ready for my eyeshadows, etc., etc. So that's what it looks like on this side compared to this side where there's barely there hairs. There's hairs there. It's just some are just super blonde. Some of them are, some areas is sparse. So it's a mixture. But with this on, look at that. And like I said, I don't really like to do the stroke like marks. I just like to like gently fill in my brow area. And it all works together once I put on makeup, like, yeah. And you can see my hairs. That's one thing I don't want covered up, is my actual brow hairs. So I am content with the way my brows look. That's just the way I do it. I know others do it in so many ways, and some are really, really good at it. This is just the way I do it. Not a professional, not claiming to be a professional. This is just the way I've been doing my brows since I grown out my brows. I like them a bit thick. Like I said, a big thick. I like them thick, you know, like my brows. And yeah, so this is it. Like my eyes now is ready for eyeshadow and all of that. So now you guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish my other eye, do the other eye, and put on makeup and let y'all see the finished look after I've applied makeup. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay. I'm looking at my brow going, wow, like this one looked like it's transparent, like you barely see any hairs. And over here, this just reveals, that's another thing. This pen helps reveal my light or blonde hairs that I have. So it really sticks them out so that you actually do get to see that I do have brow hairs, okay? But I do have sparse areas too, but I have brow hairs. Over here, it looks like nothing much. Like it's not even there, but I have brow hairs, okay? So just saying, okay? Just saying. But I do like this. I think it's my style. It's what I like. And yeah, you guys, I mean, this is it. This is the way I do it. So let me finish my makeup, come back with my other brow done, and or either I can go ahead and do my other brow off camera and let you take a look at it, and then I'll do my makeup, whatever. Okay. All right. So this is what the brows look without makeup, like really thick, noticeable brows. And to me, this is not like what I consider drawn on. I used to have drawn on brows. You actually see brow hairs. If you look at it real good, you can see my brow hairs. I love this Pro Micro brow stroke pen by Rimmel. I really like it. Some of y'all probably can do better, but I just like it like this. I like my brows filled in because once again, I do have sparse areas and I have blonde brown eyebrows. So if I don't put something there, it looks like I don't have any, just very minimum amount of brows. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup, so this will look really complete with eyeshadow on and my foundation and all of that. Everything will look really complete and look just fabulous. Okay, so yeah, you guys, stay tuned. Okay, you guys, I am done. This is the finished look, and I'm going to pull the camera up close to me so y'all can take a look at my brows and my entire makeup look. Like, look at my brows, you guys. Like they're there, honey. I got some hairs up there, okay? I know they blonde brown, and sometimes y'all think I don't have no brows, but I have brows. Okay, so this pencil, the Rimmel, what is it called again? The Rimmel Brow Pro Micro Stroke Pen. This here. This is my baby. I love it. Look at this. Just putting this up here. What a difference. Like, look at my brows. So pretty. Like, absolutely amazing. Love it. I'm going to stand back because I feel like when I step back, you guys, I feel like y'all can see everything so much better. That's just what I feel. This is my brows. I'm coming way up close and I'm far away from the lighting. So this is how y'all will see me in person. If y'all saw me in person or just whatever, without the lighting, this is what it would look like. You guys, look at my brows. Like, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Like, y'all can actually see my brow hairs. This the Rimmel Brow, what is it? Micro Brow Pro Pencil, whatever. But I told y'all just a minute ago, I'll list it here again. But it really do just like help enhance your hairs. That's what I think of it as. It like enhances the hair. Of course, it's a stroke pen, but I don't use it as a stroke pen. I don't go in with lines and try to fake off hairs. I just fill in my brows, but the pen actually really do stick out the brow hairs. Like, look at that. Like, look at my brow hairs. You look at me from the beginning. I'll take a snapshot and put it like right up in here somewhere. But anyways, I mean, look at this. I have brows, okay? You can see them. Like, that's amazing, okay? And this is the overall look. I did create an eye makeup look featuring the palette that I use to create this makeup look. Y'all need to take a look at it. It's actually a Beauty Treats eyeshadow palette that I bought for like $4.99. Not even $5, but with tax, $5, okay? And so it's absolutely amazing. I love my eyeshadows. I love this makeup look. I love my bronzy, peachy, or orangey, whatever you want to call it, cheeks. I love everything. I use that from the eyeshadow palette. It's an orange shade in the palette that I use as my blush color. So what you see is coming directly from the Beauty Trees Eye Artistry palette. Check out the video that will be posted very soon. I don't know which one gonna go first, this brow tutorial or the actual eye makeup look using the Beauty Trees Eye Artistry palette. But anyways, you guys, and I'm feeling my hair. Like, this is so cool. It's like a warm day here, and I wanted my hair up, and I'm in love with all these unique hairstyles. I really don't look at, because I don't look at too many hair videos, but every once in a while they be on my feed, and I'm loving the like really unique, cute, and even classic hair do's. As y'all can tell in some, like my intro, that hairdo is classic. It's a classic hairdo, and I just did it. I didn't even, just like, if some of y'all are curious, and I just did my hair that way, and then I found out it really is a classic hairdo, and so is this one. My mom used to fix my hair in 4 ponytails when I was a little girl, and I just wanted to do it because, you know, August was the month that, you know, a few years back, my mom passed away. And I just like to do little things like this because I have gotten way stronger than what I used to be, but I miss my mom. So sometimes I just do little things like that just because it just makes me feel better. But overall, I just think this is a cute little hairdo that you can do. And I left a few strands out just so it'll look a little cute, you know, a little, you know, and I left a little bit up here in the front, like baby hairs or whatever. But anyways, you guys, I'm loving the whole look of this. I love my makeup. I love how everything looks. Like, I did change my top into a tank top because it is warm outside. But anyways, you guys, that's how my brows look. And I absolutely highly recommend the Rimmel Brow. Let me get it again, okay? It is the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro Stroke Pen. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a pen to enhance your natural brows, hairs, especially if yours is like mine. Say that they're somewhat blonde, more blonde than they are brown. Like they look like you don't, like you look like you don't have brows, but you do. And so this pencil will, like, depending on the color, there's different colors. I chose brown because I'm a brunette. So of course I'm going to go with brown. But however, if you want to go with blonde, you can. I think there was one in blonde or whatnot. Whatever color you want. All I know is that this pencil do enhance my brows, just like what I told y'all. And that's what I love about it the most. And another thing, it doesn't, my brows don't look like they've been like really drawn on. They look very thick and full, but they don't look like just two big old marks on my face. Okay, so the pen fills in very good and very nicely without the look of drawn on brows. So that's what I like. You can go a little stronger in certain areas where you don't have any hair, like very sparse areas. I do have sparse areas, as I told y'all before, and I do have to add on a little more color in those areas. It's usually like right up in here, like I told y'all, like right in this areas where it's very sparse. But even when I fill in those areas, it's still like the pen doesn't cover my hairs. That's what I'm trying to say. The brow hairs is not covered, so it looks very natural. I look like I have full thick brows right now, and I don't. Okay. So I like the fact what this pencil does. It's a favorite of mine. I do like it. It's very inexpensive. I think this pencil is like $4 and some change by Rimmel, but it's by the brand Rimmel. It's called Brow Pro Micro 24-hour precision stroke pen. So you know, if it's really hot outside, your brows is not gonna budge. It's supposed to work for 24 hours. I don't know if it does, but I do know when I do go out and everything and it's hot outside, my brows do stay put, okay? So that I do know, but for 24 hours, I cannot tell you. But anyways, you guys, I love my brows. So that is basically the end of the video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe. And also, you guys, I have many more videos to come. Once again, I have a few new palettes like the Chestnut Eyes from Profusion Cosmetics. I've used this already. It's a beautiful palette. I have the Tahari Beauty palette here. Okay, I haven't used. I have the Amethyst palette here by Profusion Cosmetics. And I also have another Beauty Treats palette. And then I have the 40 palette by Wet n Wild that I have to show y'all. So it's a few, other videos that is coming, okay? I have already a few good, I think 4 already on private right now. Y'all, I've been throwing out some videos, and I told y'all, once I'm there at that moment where I feel like throwing them out, I throw them out, okay? I just got to make them public. But once again, I do that just in case I have appointments, and I know I will have a few appointments coming up in the following week. So now I have a few videos to make up for those days that I will not be able to create a makeup look on those particular days that I have appointments. But I do have some videos already ready, okay? So I can always post one of them on the days where I will have my appointments. But y'all, I thank y'all for watching. Appreciate all of you lovelies. Please take care out there. Be safe and love one another. And I will see y'all in my next video. And y'all please take care, okay? I love y'all. Bye-bye.
Is this how you